Good morning. Another exciting day on PI Today. Today we have a very special guest, a little bit different. Not a physician or a doctor, but a lawyer. And this lawyer is, how do I say, not a practicing lawyer, but a very educated lawyer. And brings us an amazing product called ExpertPays. Now we're going to get into that a little bit later, what it is.
Aloha, I'm Connie, your smoothie operator. Welcome back to PI Today, where we blend together health tips, expert insights, and education from our top doctors. Today we are whipping up a brainy banana bliss, one of my favorites. This delicious smoothie not only tastes amazing, but it's packed with brain boosting benefits. It's made with two of my favorite powerhouse ingredients, which are bananas and coconuts. So let's start with bananas. They're packed with potassium, which helps maintain proper brain function and nerve health. Bananas are also rich in vitamin B6, which aids in producing mind-regulating neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. Key for emotional balance, especially after a TBI injury. Now we move on to the coconuts. Coconuts provide healthy fats, especially medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which fuel your brain and improve cognitive function. They're also loaded with antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E, which help reduce brain inflammation and support healing. And of course, I always add protein and collagen for extra support. Protein, as you know, is essential for healing and maintaining muscle health, keeps your body strong, while collagen helps support joint function and skin elasticity, important for overall recovery. So the Brainy Boost isn't just tasty, it's brain boosting with potassium, magnesium, healthy fats, and antioxidants. This smoothie is perfect for your brain health. It's going! Thanks for joining me and my coconuts, and stay tuned for more brainy tips on PI Today.
I want to introduce you guys to Miss Ashlie Sir from ExpertPays. Ashlie, welcome.
Thank you.
So, Ashlie, so you are a lawyer. You went to Pepperdine, and tell us a little about yourself, your background, your education, and what you do today that encompasses the law, but it's a little bit different.
Sure. So I spent 13 and a half years after graduating law school as a defense trial attorney. After years of litigation, I moved over to run this company, ExpertPays, to help plaintiffs' attorneys find the right experts and pay for those experts in their cases.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, there is some, I wouldn't say controversy, but there is, this is a sort of a field that is not very well known. And you explained it to me, and I think it's phenomenal. Not a lot of people know about this, but ExpertPays is a company that basically helps the law firms retain cash flow, and you guys finance case costs, experts, things that have to do with the case. And so tell us about that a little bit.
Sure. I think that any attorney that's litigating a case understands case costs, right? The way our system is set up really benefits the defense. Um, if you're a defendant, you usually have deep pockets from insurance companies or large self-insured companies. The same can't be said for the plaintiff side. Injured people typically can't afford the costs associated with their cases. Their lawyers have to come in and supplement that. They have to front the costs of those cases. And it gets really, really expensive for those lawyers. So across all of their cases, you're probably talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars they're spending every single year to ensure that they're retaining experts, that they're filing their cases, all the case costs associated with that. That becomes a huge burden. That's how we came up with ExpertPays. We said plaintiffs' attorneys shouldn't be funding the risk of these costs and the burden of these costs. And so that's what we do. We take away that burden and that risk. We cover those costs for the attorneys up front so they can focus on litigating their cases.
That's amazing. Now, in this field, which I've heard of, there is uh, bank lending. There is other companies out there. There's lines of credit. things that have to do with funding a law firm. How is ExpertPays different, and how does it stand out? Because when you explained it to me, when it comes to law firms, this is a no-brainer. I mean, risk is everything. So how does ExpertPays stand out from that?
So we're not lending money to the law firms like banks do. We are covering costs of each individual case. So we're assessing each case, the risk of each case, and then we're funding the costs of that individual case.
Does the law firm, the lawyer, do they put up any type of guarantees, personal guarantees? Is there any risk in for them?
No, we take all of the risk. So, unlike traditional lenders where you'd fill out an application, all your partners would have to pull their personal finances, the finances of the law firm, we require none of that. No personal guarantee. Everything stacks up against the value of the case itself.
So basically, it's a non-recourse.
And it's non-recourse as well. It's fixed, it's non-recourse. If for any reason the case does not resolve successfully, ExpertPays carries all of that risk. The attorneys
Wow.
don't pay us back at all.
I've never heard such a product when it comes to case costs and individual case funding. That's amazing. So think about it. Your law firm doesn't take the risk. You don't put up your house. You don't put up a personal guarantee. That's amazing. And you guys assess the value of the case and how much you're going to lend against each individual case.
That's right, we do it. And the reason we can do it is because, in addition to myself with experience in litigation, we have other licensed practicing attorneys on our team who evaluate the case with the law firms.
And another thing you showed me, which was very interesting and clever, you have the I guess the bar rule that allows in California and other states in order to be able to use this product. I saw that little snippet one time.
Yeah, so ethics is important to us, like most attorneys.
Sure.
So we've done a survey. We've looked at all of the states. We've looked at the ethical obligations of attorneys. We've made sure we're in compliance with that. And we are here in the state of California. So as long as attorneys are complying with their obligations to inform their clients about our relationship, we can move forward.
That's amazing. I know in California there's, how do you say, lax laws about funding, but in my mind, I feel much better that a licensed attorney like yourself and attorneys on your team, you guys go with the bar's ethics rules and make sure that, however, because this is case costs, there is the IOTA accounts, there is things that are involved with attorneys keeping the license safe. So, that's reassuring to my audience, our audience out there, to let them know that you have licensed attorneys that take a look at these things and make sure that the money coming to you, to your clients, is safe.
That's right. Like I said before, we take ethics very seriously. I'm also licensed and still practicing in the state of Nevada, actually. So we consider ourselves an extension of your law firm. So for the lawyers, we share your concern about your licenses and how important that is.
That's amazing. So when it comes to experts, let's break everything down, okay? So the company is called ExpertPays, but it also does cover case costs, which is just not experts, correct?
That's right. Case costs are much broader than experts.
Sure.
We love experts. Experts can typically be the largest expense that attorneys will have in their cases, but case costs encompass everything from the cost of court reporters, animations, jury consultants, and so forth and so on. If it is at a cost you can assess to a case, we can help.
Policy search.
Exactly.
ISOs.
Yes.
Sonographers.
Yes.
Perfect.
From inception.
There's a lot of yeses here. All right, this is the only guest I have like this. That's amazing. That's what I like to hear. Good.
I come from a place of yes.
Yeah, good. Excellent. So now let's get to experts. Now, for a lot of law firms, being a doctor, having doctors on my show, we know that experts can be costly, meaning reviewing of files, half day in court, full day in court. These are high costs. It can be cumbersome for the law firm. That's what this great company does, is bridge that gap where the law firm can save its money. It might take 2-3 years for a case to settle, obviously, and have these type of costs. What kind of experts do you guys generally deal with? Is it more physicians? Is it more biomechanics, accident recons, or is it just, everybody's welcome?
Everybody's welcome. And it truly is. So from your liability experts, recently we had a case where we helped a firm find a bear biologist. So kind of those odd, rare cases, to your typical cases, like you said, trucking safety or biomechanics. We have medical doctors as well to address medical causation, damages experts, and then all the other types of maybe not traditional experts or non-experts or consultants like animators or documentary style videos.
And you have a list of these experts that if lawyers need them, you guys can help them find them.
We do. So we have a list. We operate nationwide, so we have experts all across the country.
Isn't that
Some in
amazing?
Canada.
Nationwide. Don't I bring you guys the best? Nationwide. That's huge. That's most companies are not nationwide. That's for sure. So okay, that's fantastic. And typically, what is a process for a law firm in order to get onboarded? I know you guys have tech. I've seen some of your tech, and it's very impressive. To fit this, certain law firms, they just like a medical practice, they're running a certain way, and it's really tough sometimes to make that pivot. How easy is it for a law firm for you guys to onboard and bring them on board and be able to fund the case? And what's the typical onboarding of a law firm?
Yeah, sure. So we've embraced technology too. Law firms are using it. So for our firms who want to use technology, we're here, but we take a concierge approach too. So every single firm has a rep in my office dedicated to their law firm to help their staff or the attorney directly get onboarded. So we mold ourselves to the needs of the law firm.
That's great. And I know you guys have reps in California. You guys cover statewide. I've met some of them. Very nice people. Usually, basically, you would be the point of contact after the reps make the introduction. Somebody yourself or your office onboards them. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right. So we do have reps in California, can assist with onboarding, but our attorneys always have access to me and other attorneys in our office as well.
That's great. So when it comes to signing up, where do they go? What's it called?
Yeah,
exactly.
The fastest way to do it is to go to expertpays.com.
Expertpays.com.
And
Okay.
hit register. You take about 2 to 3 minutes to submit your information and your firm's information. It sends a request to me and my team, and we accept you, and you are good to go.
Good to go. Well, maybe I got to start doing my expert work again. I want to get paid. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for being on our show. I know this is quick to the point, but I think this is a phenomenal non-recourse company and funding, which is really, I have not heard of that. I've heard of client funding, I've heard of medical funding, but case cost funding, non-recourse, that's amazing. I've only heard of bank institutions that want, a pound of flesh of guarantees and collateral. So thank your company for creating something like this in the field. We really, really needed it, and would love to have you back and discuss some of the stuff in the future.
Yeah, I'd love it. Thank you. We're here to help. So.
Okay. Well, guys, that's it for PI today. Join us next time. We're going to have a very, very interesting doctor on our show. And see you soon. Take care. Bye.